Five, four, three, two. Hello and welcome to 4,000 and counting. I'm Watty. This is Mark. Fuck. Five, four, three, two. Hello and welcome to 4,000 and counting, brought to you by Hurricane e-bikes. I'm Watty. This is Mark, and we are going to be talking about season ticket prices. It is the hot topic online right now. It's something that we were looking to do a few weeks back, but not all the teams had announced their season ticket prices as of yet. We have 9 out of the 10 teams in the national, just the Raiders that haven't announced their season tickets. Mark, obviously, you was a fan before. When you used to go watch games in Peterborough, were you a season ticket holder? Were you a pay on the night guy? How did you go about getting tickets?
Pay on the night, and if I didn't go to a home game, then I would go to another game somewhere else.
Oh,
So
okay. So you would then make up for it by going on the road, maybe.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a good way of doing it. And has a season ticket ever been something that interested you? Obviously, I was a player, so I've never had one. At Basingstoke, when I've been going to watch, essentially, I've got a season ticket and just go in. But um, actually buying a season ticket is never something that's come across me.
no, I mean when with football, yes, because I was loyal to a team, but I don't like football anymore. But with hockey, I like teams, but I've always liked to see different teams.
Yeah, not just
So
one.
a season ticket doesn't make sense for me. I see the benefit for a hardcore supporter of a team, but for me personally, I like to travel and see different games.
Well, that's you're doing that right now. Austria, Czech, Slovakia, wherever you're going. There's games all over the gaff. But the prices have come out, and some clubs have done early birds, some haven't. But we're gonna run down. We can maybe get a little bit more deep into it later on in the episode here, but we're gonna basically run down the adult cost for the tickets. Now, let's kick off with a whole Seahawks. They have gone in at £350, which you can't really argue that's great value.
Decent price, especially for the team they're going to have.
Yeah, they've got a good looking roster so far. Who else have we got? The Peterborough Phantoms, they are £420. So a £70 increase over Telford, over Hull, sorry. MK, if you are to get the early bird price, you're going to pay £391. If you do not get the early bird price, it doesn't actually go up that much. It only goes up to £408. So nice little discount. If you buy it earlier, it probably buys
Decent.
you a round of beers and a bar for the first home game. Probably not much more than that. But again, £408, still cheaper than the Phantoms at about 420. Shout out 420.
I was waiting for that.
Telford Tigers, they've come in at a very, very, very good price as well. £356 for the season. I think that's a great price. The Dogs, they are the cheapest in the league. The early bird, £340, and then if you don't get the early bird again, an extra 20 quid on top is going to be £360. The Bees, they're a little bit higher than that. They've gone in at 376. And this is the one that got people talking the most. So Leeds and Swindon, their early bird prices are 425 and 435 respectively. And then both of their full season ticket prices, if you do not buy the early bird, is £475. So, 125 more expensive than Hull. It's quite an increase, almost it was like 95 quid. I'm terrible at math, sorry. Let's do
I'm
some
not
quick.
even thinking about the price.
I was just looking, yeah. So if you were to buy a dog's ticket full price, not on early bird, and you'd get that for 360, whereas Leeds you're going to be paying £115 more, and Swindon you're going to be paying £115 more. Leeds, if you're getting to watch the same team that you got to watch last year, I'm not that disappointed in the price really. You're getting to watch good hockey players for not that expensive of a night out. Then let's go into the Raiders. Obviously, we touched on them not having this year's prices. Last year's price was 364. I imagine there's going to be a small increase to that. So I would expect to see the Raiders in around that 385, 400 mark. And then finally the Bristol, they're right there, they're 390. So that's all of your teams you can kind of compare against everybody else. Hull and the Dogs being the cheapest, Swindon and Leeds being the most expensive. Is there any numbers there that kind of jump out to you that you maybe think's a little bit too much or you think's exceptional value?
Most of them are there or thereabouts. The shock for me is Hull at 350. That's like great value for money. Like really, that's a great price. Can't knock that. Phantom's 420. I like the number.
Like the number,
Price,
so we'll
price.
pump that up.
I think they're like the top sort of teams that you can see budget wise. You got Phantoms. I'm not saying that they have the top budget, but looking at that 420, Swindon up to 475 and Leeds up to 475. They're going to have strong sides next season. I mean,
the money's got to come from somewhere, right?
And if you've got, that extra import, that's not going to, then the money needs to come from somewhere. And given the rosters they've got, like I just said there, these players don't come cheap.
Nope.
Like, let's be very honest here. I don't know figures, I don't know numbers, but these guys aren't here for like.
They're not getting rich, but they're also they're not doing it for a
Peanuts.
fiver and a pat on the back.
Yeah.
Some of these boys are making an actual wage out of this game, and that money has to come from somewhere. Again, you touched on it there with the additional import that costs extra money. I don't think many clubs have jumped up astronomical prices versus last year, so I don't think fans can be too disappointed. Also, cost of living's gone up, the cost of running the rinks are going to go up, and everything that's associated with that. House prices. Diesel for the boys, whatever it may be. So the little price increases aren't that bad, in my opinion. I think you're getting good value for money for most of those nights. I believe it's based around a 28-30 home game season. 28 maybe. I'd have to go back and check. Let's have a look.
In that time, I also want to say that the Steel Dogs price, 340 early bird, 360 normal price. That's fantastic as well, especially given the venue. Sheffield, correct?
Yeah. Well, no, Bauer Arena now, isn't it?
Bauer Arena. Okay, so the Bauer Arena.
It's got the Huey. It's got the Huey factor fucking written all over it. The Huey's like, does it look good up there? Massive Bauer poster. It's like 80 foot by 40 feet. Good marketing right there. Clever man.
Go further, go faster, get fitter with Hurricane e-bikes. The only UK company to offer a lifetime warranty covering battery, LCD screen, motor and all components. No servicing costs, no need to buy, no interest costs, no long-term agreement, no maintenance costs, no worries, lifetime warranty. How it works. You select your bike, you add accessories, you confirm details, and it's on its way. And don't forget to tell them that you were sent by 4,000 and counting. So go to www.hurricane.bike and you can find more information there.
Don't forget, it's Hurricane with an E. Check them out right now. Perfect. There's a few that we'll touch on real quick. So concession at Hull is rocking in at 340. Junior, £80. I'll just give you the ones that we have here.
£80.
£80 for a kid, which is very good. Phantoms, if you're over 60, registered disabled, blue light card holder, or 16 to 18 years old, is £288. For a child, it is £192, so 112 more expensive than Hull. What else have we got here? A child season ticket for MK, early bird, £195, £204 thereafter. What else have we got? Concessions for those are £310, going up to 324. So you probably save £85 on a full price ticket. Concessions at Tigers, 252. Juniors at Tigers, 207. And if you're a Telford junior player, I quite like this, you get a season ticket for 115 quid. That's a quite good way to get the junior kids in and watching the games every week and learning. I think that's exceptional value. Steel Dogs concessions, 260 going up to 280 if you don't get the early bird. Child ticket, 120 going up to 130 if you don't get the early bird. Bees concessions, 275 Junior 170, and a child which is under 12 is £85. So that's a very good value as well. Leeds concession prices: early bird 345, regular season ticket price 390, and the child 200 going up to 230. So again, the clubs that are more expensive with the individual tickets are more expensive with the concessions and the kids, but there's some good value to be had there. I think Telford have done a good job getting the juniors involved. These prices are very good for kids. Who was it we said? Hull at the very start of that?
Yeah.
£80. I mean, that's if you've got a family, and obviously there is family season tickets as well. Both 2 adults, 1 kid, 1 adult, 2 kids, 2 adults, 2 kids, 2 adults, 3 kids. There's lots of options. So the clubs have been very smart about it. They've given people plenty of options. I think what people were complaining about is they're saying like 475 quid for semi-pro. Look, this isn't fucking semi-pro.
Not with those teams.
It's
not.
Not. It's not semi-pro. You're playing 56 games a season plus cup and playoffs. The only thing that's different with the Elite League and the National League is the boys train in the evening and train twice less a week. They still train 2 to 3 times a week, but they have careers outside. Tell me how that's not. It's running a professional league. Where would you say the EPL was, a development league, and it was this and it was that? It was a pro league. You're not getting guys coming over from Canada and America and Czech and coming out of like good leagues to come and play semi-pro. Let's face it. It's as professional as we can get at this level, and long may it continue. I think the fact that we now can get streams from pretty much every rink, Basingstoke being gone, I think that streams in every rink for the 2023-24 season, which is huge. And just the whole bringing new sponsors in, getting new eyes on the game. I think a lot of the clubs in the National League have done a very good job at that. Bristol have come in, they've done exceptional. I think Hull will be even better next year because they'll have a better on-ice product, which will help grow that. We know the Hull fans like a victory, and if they can get their season off to a better start than last year, which won't be fucking hard, then they're really going to be flying next year.
Oh yeah,
I'm already looking forward to the start of the season.
It's going to be a good one for sure.
Yeah, it feels like it's ages away, but it's really going to come around quick. We're in May now, and all of a sudden we'll be sitting here going, "Fucking hell, remember it was in May." And the season's back upon us. Lots of big moves. We'll be doing another roundup video early this week.
I have a question for you.
Let's do it. What have you got?
So, regards to ticket prices,
yes.
I don't know if there's any scheme or anything like this, but I believe that there should be something in place for all registered juniors to be able to like gain admission to any game in the UK.
Yeah.
Except like sellouts or big games. Maybe they have to pre-book, but where they get like some sort of card, like the old discount student card. I believe that the juniors should be able to, or like a set price for season tickets, like we saw with Telford. I think it was.
Telford, was it? Yeah, it was.
Make hockey cheap for these kids that are playing.
Their parents have to fucking bring them,
so they can see something. Give them and their pet that. Maybe the parent bit, but at least. No, but
what I mean, though, if you've got a child going for 115 quid, you still have mum or dad that has to bring them and pay £17 on the door.
Yeah.
Or they buy a season ticket. Which is, well, what we've touched on, 350 to 475. Like, there is going to be money coming into the club. Plus, I used to go watch a Bison every week, Beavers, before that, as a junior. And we used to love it. All the other hockey lads would be around, and you get games of like mini sticks going and during like the period breaks, and bless you. And we would just, run around, cause havoc and have fun, and get to watch players who play for your hometown club where you want to be, or progress on out of your hometown club. Go play for, I don't know, Sheffield, Nottingham, Belfast, whatever it may be in the UK. But yeah, I like your idea. Let's float that out to you guys and girls. What do you think? Do you think we should be looking at almost what the Phantoms have got there? Like the blue light discount. Could we not come up with something very similar?
But mate, don't make it a red light discount though.
Yeah, red light district discount. I mean, I think you get a few players taking you up on that, but it's just it's just a good way of getting the kids involved. And I think the GB did a very good job at that. We didn't really touch on it in our GB video. If you haven't seen it already, we just released a GB video congratulating the boys and talking in depth about that. But that was one thing I noticed. It was very good. Like there was a lot of kids around the Nottingham Arena getting involved, whether they be players and players' brothers and sisters and everything. It was good. Mark, anything else on the season ticket prices?
No, I think we nailed that one. I think they're all thereabouts, aren't they?
Yeah.
Most teams. And then you've got obviously the bigger teams in terms of like where they were placed last season, going in that respect.
Yeah.
Minus Swindon. I think they're good prices.
Right, here's a question, yeah, for those that are moaning. Right, so if you're Leeds, would you rather pay £340, which is Field Dog prices, but you don't have Kieran Brown, you don't have Cole Shudrow, you don't have Sam Busby? And I already can answer that question for you. You're like, shut the fuck up, Watty. Of course, I want to watch them play every week. So it's going to cost you 125 quid more than everyone else. Get what you pay for. And in this case, you are getting what you pay for, and you're getting an exceptional ice hockey team to watch week in, week out. Wildcats, they've got to be better. They've got to be better for their money. You can't finish fifth in the league and be charging 475 for season tickets. That's not being a dick about it, but as simple as that. Like, and we spoke to Pluzy, we spoke to some of the boys. They weren't happy finishing fifth. They're gonna be striving to be close to the top of that league next year. And if they are there or thereabouts at the top of the league, then again, 475 is fine. You just bring in guys like Glenn Bidden and stuff like that. The boys got to be paid.
Exactly.
But yeah, this has been fun talking about season tickets. Let us know your thoughts below. Are you happy with your club's prices? Are you disappointed? Are you glad you're not paying Leeds prices? Or are you gutted that you're not paying Steel Dogs prices? Whatever it may be, let us know in the comments below. Please do subscribe. Make sure you turn up. Charity game, Saturday, 5th of August in Slough. Check out our sponsors, Hurricane E-Bike. Big shout out to those guys. And we will see you again very, very soon for another epi. Peace.
Peace.